Are you kidding me?
Big difference. $242, Tim.
That's a big difference.
Get your numbers right. Well, then we got bonus points on top of that. We got the GWPs. It was worth it.
I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't worth it. I'm just,
You know.
I thought it was like $1.99.
I mean, it was close. It was real close.
I guess when you're buying all the Lego sets that come out, it doesn't really matter.
Let me make you get up. I apologize. Cheers.
We haven't done that in a while.
Since last
A
week?
three-way cheer?
Oh, that has been a long time.
Tim was not here last week, right? No, it was just Jesse and I last week.
Week before.
Week before was the last time
Yeah.
Tim was here.
You guys didn't record last week, did you?
Yeah.
It was a good episode, too.
Yeah?
We had the Zacapa.
We heard you at one point
Yeah, remember?
in the kitchen talking.
Yeah, I came in late.
We were waiting on you to just bust through the door.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to intrude.
When you're listening or watching, there's literally like 8 seconds where we're like... like staring at the door waiting for you to come in.
I was going to swing the door open.
Didn't I
Bah!
say that? I was like, he's going to pounce in here.
I was going
Full of
to.
energy.
I had a, I don't know what it was called. I forget. But it's like a Bloody Mary, except with beer. We went to the Mexican restaurant, and you choose what beer you want. And I had Corona in it, but it was 27 ounces. It was huge.
Who was we?
Me and my mom and Jake.
Okay.
And it had shrimp around it, and it had a rose on the inside. It was big. It was a $20 drink. I didn't know it was that big. I didn't finish it though.
You got it for you?
Yeah.
You had a drink with a rose in it on Mother's Day?
I took the rose out, but it was just funny. I didn't know it was this extravagant drink.
Did you give it to your mom?
Yeah, but she didn't want it. I just put it on the table. But it was good. If you like Bloody Marys, you would like it.
Which Mexican restaurant was that?
Hacienda.
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 Okay.
Very good.
I was looking for my iPad, but I don't know where it is.
Was that a thing where it was the time you and Jake could both get together with
Yeah.
your mom at the same time?
Yeah. We were both working that whole weekend.
Hmm.
So we just went ahead and did it on Thursday.
Is your mom ready to become a grandmother?
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling about uncle status?
Pretty good. I always forget that he's having a baby until I go around them. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, she's going to have a baby soon.
Being an uncle's pretty cool.
Yeah. August 5th, she's due. So it's coming around.
Hey, maybe the baby will hold out for a little bit and come on into the world on your birthday.
That's too far.
It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah, but August 5th is like already a stretch, I think.
Hmm.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't think that would happen. I think they said like at the end of July or the beginning of August, but they're expecting August 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Jake, you think he's ready? I know he told us on the podcast he's ready, but
I'm sure he's
I don't think it really lands until the baby's actually
Yeah. He's
been
taking
born.
a whole month off work though.
Good for him. Paternity leave?
Yeah, but
Does he get paid for it?
No, he's not getting paid.
Yeah.
So
That
he said
sucks.
he's working 6 days a week all the way up until
Yeah. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
The guy at my job took like 2 months off. He was gone forever.
Yeah, I had a manager at work take off about 3 months. I mean,
It was crazy.
if you have the money to just not work, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. That'd be such a major setback. though.
Yeah.
I guess if you're building up for it, makes sense. But that's a lot.
It is.
3 months with no paycheck.
And you have the bill at the hospital too.
Unless you have good insurance.
Jesse's not going to have to pay a dime.
No.
Union.
He knows someone in the medical field as well.
Yeah, that helps. She's not on their insurance, though. She may have to switch over, actually.
Really?
Yeah. It depends. I got to look into it. Something about the maternity leave. I don't
That's
know
gonna
how
be
it
a
works.
pain to get her off yours and then get her on.
Yeah.
Because there's only like certain windows you could do it in.
Well, she can do hers whenever.
Really?
It's like within 30 days of whatever they call like a major event, major health event or something. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
She looked into it already, though.
Wasn't there something you were trying to get worked out with Hannah, Tim, with insurance? Something like that?
Yeah, it's all good.
Good.
It's just like you got to do it in 45 days of when the event happens, and you have to have
The event being your wedding?
yeah,
Okay.
and marriage certificate. I think there was one other thing. I don't remember, but you just had to upload everything. They had to look over it and then approve it, and then you just get a message, and then she's on there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of babies, I have a story about Antoine from work this morning. Antoine's this guy that used to work with Tim, now works with me. He's got like what 7, 8 kids, I think,
Yeah.
something like that. So he strolls into work this morning. He's the guy that has the Type R.
Okay.
That I tell you about. Completely 0% tinted windows, blacked out, gold rims, lowered. It's nuts. So he sees me and beelines right to me. He goes, "You'll never guess what happened, man." I was like, "You got another baby. Congratulations. Will you freaking stop having babies?" And he starts cracking up. He's like, No. He gets pulled over by a state trooper this morning on the way to work. And he already had a ticket once before for the windshield. He has 10% on the windshield, 0% everywhere else. You literally can't tell. You can't look inside the car. It's that dark. And he got pulled over by the trooper. And the dude was like, giving him a ticket for the window. And he asked Antoine if he had got a ticket before. And Antoine said yes, like an idiot. And the state trooper's like, "Were you going to pull it off?" He goes, "No." Because the other cop said, "I'm going to give you a ticket, but don't worry, whatever. Like, no one's really going to give you a hard time about it." So the state trooper made Antoine peel the tint off of his windshield in front of him on his way into work.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've heard that happen before.
he was like, "This is what the state trooper was like, this is what I do. You got to peel it off right now because I don't trust you." Because Antoine he didn't just lie to him.
Can't they
Yeah,
look
they-
that up though?
Rip the whole thing off. Yeah, I guess you can look up if they had a ticket or not. But he just straight up asked him, like, "Are you going to pull it off?" And he was like, "No." So then he's like, "You need to pull it off." And Antoine was like, "Okay, I'll go make an appointment." He goes, "No, you're going to peel it off right now." So I left work today, and all the windows are pitch black except for the front. It's as clear as day. He's so angry about it. He goes, I'm in a fishbowl now. I mean, you can see right through my car.
He's probably gonna get it retinted.
Yeah, he's going to do like 20% or whatever the legal is on the windows and see if he'll get away with that. But dude, it was just cracking me up, man. I loved it.
He sunk so much money into that car.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
He had that car, and he was like, when I was working with him, he had a car that he totaled that he was still paying on, and then he got another car, and he had like 2 car notes, and they were like high car notes, and then the insurance,
Yeah.
and he was just like, I don't know if he's still doing the same thing, but
He did.
it's just funny.
He rolled over that car onto this one. I think his like note is like $900 a month or something for the car.
For a Civic?
Yeah. Yeah. It might be paid off by now, I would assume, but that was what he was paying.
Wow.
Yep.
Can any of the windows be 0%?
No.
And it be legal?
I think it's 32% or 20% on the windows. When I got mine done, it was 32, but you can't touch the windshield. Like you can't have anything on it. So he said he's going to get the 32 or whatever the legal limit is on the windshield, and then keep the 0% everywhere else because he didn't say anything about the 0% for some reason. But
Interesting.
yeah. So his windshield looks so dumb now. I texted him when I left and gave him shit about it.
Unreal.
I loved it. Yeah.
Once I get mine paid off, I'm going to do window tint.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fly close to the sun, though, on it. Let's get
Why you-
something where it's dark enough. But
Why are you waiting though? Why don't you just do it?
I mean, I could just do it.
Yeah.
I'll probably wait, though.
Tint and exhaust. That's what we need from you.
We'll do the tint first.
You're not gonna do the exhaust with B-roll.
Probably not.
Yeah.
If it was a manual, I would probably do it, but not automatic.
No.
No.
Cracks me up with Jesse's Mustang story.
But
where
he drives a
pretends that he uses a stick.
Jesse drives a Mustang, so I mean it makes more sense than a Civic.
He's like, let me pretend I'm a manual, so I'll go really slow out the gas station.
Shut up.
You just like hit the gas where the
cover
car's rocking.
the stick shift. Forgot about that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So what the heck's going on with you?
How's the whiskey hunting going?
It's pretty good. I mean, there's not really anything around here. I might have to like go on the outskirts of McDonough one
Which
day.
is insane because we have a ton of liquor stores around here.
Yeah, we do. I really never like knew what I was looking for. So next time I visit like Tallahassee and stuff, I might look around their stuff because Total Wine's huge. I'm sure they have some stuff.
Yeah.
So I figured out that the Sinatra Jack Daniel's MSRP was $130. So 200 isn't really like I always thought like it was like a way lower retail price, but 130 retail price, like that's not like a crazy markup. I mean, it's expensive to begin with, but I thought they're just like doubling the price for no reason.
So they're marking it up to 200 from 130.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do they get it for 130 or they get it for cheaper than that?
I don't know.
None of that makes sense to me. You can mark something up like that in a retail store. And I guess that's how the liquor market goes.
If they're making $70 off of each bottle, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, most bottles, they're marking up a little bit. Like, no matter like what it is. Like, even that, they probably marked up like $5 or $6 just to make money. Like, they're not selling stuff for the same price they buy it.
Well, it's good rum.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious if they're buying it for MSRP, though. Or is the MSRP... Because normal MSRP is already a markup for stores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. But they also had a bottle of the Eagles Landing Bottle Shop. They had a Jack Daniel's 10-year, which is retail at about $90, and they had it for $150, and I was like, that's cheaper than the Sinatra, and I hear it's way better.
Was that behind the counter or in the glass?
In the glass.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was $149.99. So I'll just look at it every time I go in for a while.
I feel like when we were in Blue Ridge, Ty made it sound like the Sinatra was hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is probably what they would charge. They would probably charge over $200
because it was. Didn't he say it was over $20 a shot? Or
yeah, he was
something
saying
crazy.
Yeah, he was saying something. Crazy.
He was pricing.
He was guessing though, because they've never done it yet.
And
they
it wasn't
just got the bottle in.
It wasn't in their POS.
Exactly.
So
he was just estimating.
That's right.
Yeah.
Think about it though. Most shots are like $9 to $10 at any place you go. I had a shot of Buffalo Trace and it was $11, and a whole bottle's only like $40.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're getting crazy markups on shots though. Like places that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, restaurants.
Yeah.
Like you get pin over in restaurants on alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
When I worked with Rock and Roll, the price of beer, like the markups that restaurants do for beer is insane.
Yeah.
They make so much money off of it. Alcohol makes restaurants money.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the trick is to get people to buy that first one,
Exactly.
Get them feeling good, and then...
Or come in with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Snowball.
Because I never ordered just a drink by myself if it's me and Savannah.
Yeah.
Only with, like, us or a group of people. Because it is a crazy markup. It's nuts.
Beer's like $6.99, maybe $7.99 for one beer.
Miller's still does the $5 Blue Moons.
Really?
Yep. And that's 16 or 23 ounce.
I haven't been to Miller's very long time.
I went last Tuesday. It was pretty good.
They changed the menu again?
They've simplified it. There's a lot less options.
Even more than before?
I think it's...
So like one page now?
It's like you open up, there's 2 pages of food, appetizers included, and then there's the back that's just all of the...
Drinks
all
and
the
dessert
drinks.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've got a few new signature cocktails that are pretty good. some variation of a Moscow Mule. I forget. It's whatever the vodka is that they're using in it. It's a different name, but I had a couple of them. They were good.
So you're turning into a connoisseur of the Moscow Mule.
I'm hot on it right now.
Have you had a favorite yet?
Dude, the one that we had at Burn was
The second one? Right?
really good.
With Tito?
Yeah, the Tito Mule was really good.
Yeah.
Tito's.
Yeah. He gave me like a taste test of both of them, and it's a clear difference when Tito's is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I just really like ginger beer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
you
good drink.
had 3 that day?
I had 1 at the first place, and then I had 2 at Burn, and then I had that Manhattan at Burn as well.
Manhattan?
That was when we ate dinner. We went back the second time, and I got that 1 drink.
Oh, right. In the martini-ish glass?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
It was called like a Midnight Manhattan, something like that.
Was it good?
It was fine. The Moscow Mule was better.
Yeah.
Martinis are kind of a ripoff.
There's not a lot there at all.
No.
They just look good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But something funny that I read this week, I wanted to tell Tim about because Tim's the wine drinker in the group. You don't drink wine, do you, Jess?
No.
Yeah, I don't really like it either. There is this think tank in Texas that I was reading about that they do tax work or do research on taxes. Do you know what a think tank is?
No.
So it's like a research institute or a group, and they basically will do studies on a specific topic. So this one was tax focused, and they updated their terms of service on their website. And in the terms of service, they put a clause in there, and it said the first person to read this gets a free bottle of wine on us. You just have to claim it. They updated it in February, and no one claimed it until May this month.
Dang.
But someone was reading it, and the reason that they got that far down is because they were trying to update their own terms of service for their company. So they were copying and pasting.
Wow.
I guess like
Oh my
reviewing.
gosh.
They were reviewing the terms and came across that clause. So anyway, they cashed in on
That's awesome.
the wine. But I read in the article that another company's done this at some point in the past, but it was like a $30 bottle.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's free wine. But I was
Yeah.
thinking, I got to tell Tim he's got to start reading terms of service so he can claim these free bottles of liquor.
Oh my God. That is funny.
That's a good way to do that too. Yeah, I've been Tim. I've been turning into a rum connoisseur lately myself.
You've always been on rum.
Yeah, but I haven't veered off.
You tried 10-1 for a while.
Yeah, and it's still a good one, but
Isn't 10-1 more expensive than that?
it's roughly the same.
Yeah.
If not 10-1, a little bit cheaper. The bottle that I get, it's like 37.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was like 45, maybe. Fit $49.99. I think it might have been what it was. I don't know. Same ballpark.
You gonna try that $400 bottle?
No, I don't think so.
You talking about the one we were throwing around for my birthday?
Yeah.
No, it's too much.
Oh, okay.
We both kind of came
For
to an
about 2
agreement.
days, we were like into it.
We would have done it if it had
one
been January
person broke.
1st. We
Yeah.
would have been in trouble.
That's right. If one person broke, we were going to do it.
Yeah.
But it was a couple days of silence, and then I think one of us sent a voice memo. I was like, listen, man, I don't know if we should do this. It's like over $200 each. So we didn't end up doing it.
I mean, you could probably find a good rum for like $150 if you wanted to.
I found a good one.
No, I'm saying like a mid-tier, like expensive, but not too expensive.
See this guy?
For $150.
He gets salary, and they're already talking like this. That's what happens when you get promotions, people.
No.
Look at this gold ring.
Man. I hope that light isn't in the camera view.
You want me to check?
It's all right. He's going to check. So, Tim, what's it like being in the top 1%?
I mean, I could just say that you both still make more money than me.
It's not. Oh, it is in there? I'm so sorry, people. Hold on.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah. This is just the professional level that we have here.
Something was in the way.
That light. How about there? Things good?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, that's good. Tim, thanks for holding up the fort.
I was just watching two people master their craft.
He just sits here with a mic up to his mouth,
Yeah.
not talking.
Yeah, very professional. So what's it like? Top 1%.
How's the promotion been?
Yeah.
Has your
What's
job
it like having
changed?
stability?
It's not really stability. It's, it doesn't feel any different. In fact, I was just telling Jesse after the taxes and all my stuff comes out, it still feels like I'm making the same money.
But you're not.
So,
They just can't pay you overtime now.
yeah.
So
But on my check, it says I'm not in for 40. I'm in for, like, per paycheck, I'm in like 88.75 hours. So they base my salary off like 44 hours a week, not 40. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
interesting.
isn't it? Yeah. It is. But no. Feels the same.
And your
Nothing
job
different.
duties haven't really changed much?
No.
So it's like a free promotion?
Supervisor.
Does your name tag change?
My name tag.
Mm-hmm. Does it say, don't mess with me?
Yeah. Sure.
Nice.
It just
Salary.
says stable.
Yeah.
Predictability.
There you go. Yeah. Just all the adjectives.
Dude, I will tell you, though, I don't miss biweekly pay.
No.
I had that in my last job. It felt great on the week you got paid, and it sucked on the week you didn't get paid.
That's whether you're not, though.
Are you
Usually
every week?
salary is.
Biweekly?
Yeah.
Um,
Unless he finishes his own paycheck to where he gets paid every week. Probably just a little.
Yeah. Just
I mean, thankfully, the company I work for, I mean, I would assume, do you know, is there anyone you work with at salary, like any of your supervisors or anything like that?
I don't know how often they get paid, though.
Mm.
I've always thought salary was once a month.
Once a month?
That's what I thought. My dad gets once a month.
What?
Yeah, but he works for the county, though. I
Mhm.
mean, that's a little bit different.
I
Because I
bet-
think teachers
Is it?
get paid once a month.
I bet that payday looks nice.
Yeah, but then the other 30 days are miserable.
Exactly. Exactly.
I got paid once a month when I was at Verizon, and it sucked. You're
God.
like, this is how much I have for a month.
I forgot you worked at Verizon.
I worked everywhere.
You worked at AT&T too.
Mhm. Yeah. I had a lot of jobs. Bounced around a lot with everything growing up.
First job was CVS, and then
You?
what? No, you.
Mm-mm. Express.
Oh yeah. Damn.
I know.
Express, CVS, AT&T, Verizon. Which one came first?
Verizon. AT&T. Fun fact, I briefly got hired at Toys R Us. Never worked a shift.
Really?
Well, got hired for the peak season,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just never called me to start my shift.
Probably
So-
went broke.
Couldn't afford to pay their seasonal employees.
Yeah. Busy
It's a cou-
time.
It was a couple of years before that. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's about it. And then did the farmer's market, but that doesn't really count.
No.
Yeah, then CVS. I mean, UPS.
And you never look back.
I don't know, look back a lot.
Yeah.
Almost every day.
Oh, man. All right, guys. So something I want to talk to you about. I don't think either of you have watched it. The Roast of Tom Brady. Have you watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You haven't watched it.
I tried getting him to watch it. He wasn't into it.
I watched like, 15, 20 minutes?
It's long.
Yeah.
You watch one person.
2.
Which two did you watch?
Kind of. He watched the opening with Kevin Hart and then Drew Bledsoe. That's all. We didn't even make it through Drew Bledsoe even.
We didn't?
You really liked Kevin Hart's.
Kevin Hart was really good.
Yeah. You watched the whole thing, Ash?
No.
So why are we talking about it? Well, you built it up like you
You
watched
did.
it.
You made it sound like you watched the whole thing.
None of you guys probably watched it. The Roast of Tom Brady. Let's talk about it. Did I watch it? No. But I want to talk about it. Did you see clips?
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
All right. I'm going to be honest. The roast I've never loved.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason it got put on my radar is because I saw Tom earlier in the week say that he regretted doing it. And the reason being that there was a lot of shit talked about his children's mom, and that it had affected
It's so easy though.
his children negatively. So yeah, I watched the highlights of it.
The highlights.
And listen, who would want to subject themselves to that?
Someone who likes being in the spotlight. Probably hasn't been in for a long time.
I'm sure the check was nice too.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need money.
Everything helps though.
I honestly bet he didn't even take any money either. He probably donated it.
Did you see Ben Affleck when he came up?
That one sucked.
I liked his comment though of like, he's like, dude, is your life just so good? You were like, yeah, I need someone to kick my ass for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? Why do this?
It was the best roast though.
You think so?
Mhm.
What other ones have you watched?
Justin Bieber, Rob Lowe. I think Shaq had one. I've seen highlights of the Donald Trump one, so I've seen a couple.
When was the Shaq one?
A long time ago,
Okay.
a while ago. I can't remember if his was official or like he just had a roast about himself. I can't remember. But there's been a lot of good ones. William Shatner had one. Apparently they go all the way back to like the 70s. I didn't know this.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really good though. It was so good.
What did you think about the? I don't remember the guy's name. It was the bald guy made the comment about Robert Kraft.
It was funny.
It was funny,
It was hilarious.
but Tom
was it.
getting up.
He was joking.
You think so?
He even said it. I watched an interview with him the next day. Jeff Ross is his name.
Uh-huh.
And he said him and Tom Brady have been friends for years, and he's friends with Robert Kraft also. So he goes, it just didn't look like it, but he was like kidding around. There might have been, I'm sure there was some seriousness behind it, but even the next day he was like, dude, he was completely kidding. He was a good sport the whole time. I don't think he wanted Robert Kraft getting attacked. I think that's what it was.
Could you get roasted for 3 hours?
Hell no.
Could you take it?
8 seconds, I can't, man. Don't ever say anything mean to me in my face.
I feel like no matter how hard you try to stay lighthearted, someone's going to touch a nerve at some point, and it's
Yeah.
going to get you upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's comments, though, about Giselle, whatever her last name is, about her taking karate lessons and still being a white belt.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, and we're talking 8 lessons a day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Come on, Tom.
he's like, the only
I know.
bruises on her are on her ass.
Then he goes, what did I say? It is a long freaking roast, but I think it's worth watching. It was so good.
Nikki Glazer was that.
They said she did pretty good
She
too.
lit it
Yeah.
up.
She's on every roast. She dominates.
Yeah. Kim K was there. She got booed before she even started talking.
Yeah, she did.
I liked Tom's comeback at her, where he's like,
About the kids.
I forgot that there were rumors going around for a little bit that the two of them might get together.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you see the comment Tom made about her kids? He's like, Kim is terrified to be here tonight. He's like, not because of this, but because her children are with their father. Kim had a bad night. She got tore up.
Kevin Hart even did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like towards her. I liked watching it. It's tough to watch. That stuff's really hard to watch,
it is.
but it's freaking gold, man.
That's why I watch highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And Glazer made a joke about Tom losing $30 million on crypto.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
She's like, even Gronk said, "This is not real money."
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably watch it. I just gotta be in the mood. 3 hours is so long.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you who to watch and who not to watch. Some of it was not funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably probably all his teammates and football players were probably boring.
Randy Moss sucked. Drew Bledsoe was really good. Edelman was really good. Gronk was funny because the whole night they're making retarded jokes about him and how he's an idiot. And he gets up and he can't even read the teleprompter. He's already like super drunk and super hyped up and he's like can't read and he's stumbling all over it. So it made everybody like fall to the floor because they were joking about him all night being an idiot and then he couldn't get through that.
Yeah.
And he would say a joke and he goes, I wrote that one. He was like look around. He was bouncing around like Kelso. It was so good. But he was still funny. Bill Belichick, did you watch his?
Yeah.
His was really good.
Yeah. And Farrell came out as Ron Burgundy.
Mm-hmm. Peyton Manning, too, came out.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
He was good. Mm-hmm.
So how many people do you think were on there?
On the stage, there was like 20.
Yeah.
But not everybody spoke. So I'd say maybe 10 to 15 probably spoke.
I just don't understand why someone would want to subject themselves to that.
This was the first roast in a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time.
And someone would light him up and they would just pan the camera on his face and he's just sitting there smiling.
Yeah. Yeah. If you watched it live, there was a camera always on him on the top above the stage.
Uh-huh.
Like the camera was always on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough, dude.
I can't watch it.
Yeah. It's rough. And they had some good jokes about him with the divorce and the crypto stuff. Yeah. It was good. And I love Tom, but it was freaking good. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah. I wish you would have watched the whole thing, though.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I can't take that level of cringe.
Did you put that you wanted to talk about the roast, or did you put that?
I did.
I thought it was you that whole time that you put it in.
I didn't even know it was there.
You don't read the notes?
Please. Please. Most of the time, I think I'm the only one. Tim needs to dust it off.
Yeah, if anyone,
I
we need to
knew.
dunk on anyone, it's him.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Tim, so I've been listening to a lot of Post Malone lately. I know we've talked about this.
We have.
I think all three of us have gone into the wrong career field. I've realized an easy job that I'm sure people get paid stupid amounts of money. A hype man.
Jesse's saying nothing. He's just licking.
He is
his mouth.
licking the side of a liquor bottle.
Go on.
So, dude, I'm thinking, like, imagine how much on the Hollywood's Bleeding album, there's several songs. Post has got a hype man in the back on his rap songs. Imagine how much money that dude makes. And he doesn't even have to sing.
You think he actually makes money, though?
Oh, he has to.
Why?
Because he's the hype man.
Are you whistling?
He's
Laughing that hard?
he's wheezing over there.
Why do you think he gets big? He gets so much money.
Well, I'll have you know, Jess, that I learned
We broke Tim.
that Jay-Z was a hype man before he became a rapper. So there's a path to growth.
Direct correlation between hype man and superstar.
Yeah, there's a path to growth and development.
Yeah, but it
in the
doesn't.
hype man.
But it doesn't mean he gets paid so much money. You think he's just one of Post Malone's friends? That's like, hey, you want to be on the track? Yeah, sure.
I feel like there are dedicated hype men. Like there are guys that in those circles that get summoned.
Were you like digging deep on this subject?
No.
Like, did you find something that?
No, I was listening to one of the songs, and have you listened to Hollywood's Bleeding?
Of course.
That song, Saint Tropez?
Yeah.
So Post says this line, and then the dude just repeats like the last three words of whatever he said. And then there's certain ones where he doesn't even do that. He just says like, Post says abs like Abercrombie Fitch, and the dude's in the back like, damn. And I'm Moneyball like Bradley Pitt, and the guy's like, Bradley Pitt. It is such an easy job. Like, I bet this dude makes more money than all three of us make in a year.
I mean, that I believe.
And he's just repeating whatever Post says.
I mean, artists make so much money. Like, he could probably throw like a couple hundred at him. He's like, yeah, that's fine. We'll run it. Run it back.
We'll run it. Who would you want to be a hype man for?
Well, right now, Post Malone.
What about you?
I don't know. I haven't given it much thought. I would have to think about that.
Well, this is what we're doing here.
Do you have somebody in mind already?
Like, it would be harder to be a backup vocalist, or what do they call those? Like, not a background singer, but because you have to sing on pitch. These guys are just repeating.
They just scream nonsense.
Yeah. Scream nonsense. It's just a lot of damn.
Yeah.
You know. Post says 50 carats on my fist, and the guy says, "On my fist." Like, it's a question.
Post is probably like, "Oh, that was good. Do that again."
Also like he says on a yacht 50 meters insufficient, and the guy's like, "Insufficient."
Ashton,
it is gold, man.
when I was on day shift during the week, one day randomly, Ashton just texted me a bunch of lyrics from Post Malone, Rockstar, and I was like, "Oh, I know he's vibing to it right now." And then I sent him lyrics back.
Yeah. He does that to me, and I feel so bad. I'm just like, thumbs up it or something. I'm like, "Oh, you listened to Post today, huh?" Yeah.
I could just see Ashton at the desk with his AirPods in, just like,
Yeah.
No,
really-
that's exactly what's happening.
really getting into it.
And the ladies won't stop talking, so I just put both in, and I crank it up. And productivity just spikes immediately. I'm sending multiple emails per minute.
Oh, that's gold. That's gold. So are you just going through all his albums?
Really, beer bongs and Bentleys and Hollywood's Bleeding right now.
He's got some good songs on the first album. I forget what it's called, but it has like White Iverson.
I didn't like
on it.
White Iverson.
I don't like that song, but he has some good songs on that album.
Stoney,
Yeah.
I feel like he really took off with beer bongs.
Oh, yeah.
His albums are long. I mean, like, everyone's over an hour.
Is that long?
Beer bongs and Bentleys is an hour and 8 minutes. It's got 18 songs on it.
That just means you fly through an hour and 8 minutes.
It's exactly right. I keep time based on the number of times I've
Not
listened
one
to
bad song on that album. You won't hit skip one time listening to Beer
You
Bongs.
don't think
and
I would
Bentleys.
hit one skip?
Not at all.
I would hope not.
Really?
Not one.
You said that about Khalid too. Remember how that worked out?
Yeah. Jesse's like slowly growing into things, though. So I mean, he's got a Post Malone vinyl sitting over there.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Austin.
Yeah.
I like that album.
He
a
likes
lot.
Post Malone.
I like his newer works.
I never listened to that album. I listened to a couple of songs when they released. I wasn't feeling it.
Well, your feelings
Actually,
are
no,
wrong.
I did listen to the whole album because you played it twice on repeat at the pool a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah, it did. It's a good pool album.
It is a good pool album.
He's in the pool on the album.
I mean, I didn't have any complaints. I just wouldn't listen to it by myself.
He would probably like the vinyl artwork on the inside of it and stuff.
He would.
Oh, maybe I'll show him after.
Yeah, show me after.
When are we getting a new Khalid album? I'd like to know what the man's been doing.
When hell freezes over.
He hasn't been doing anything.
He needs to stop vibing and get in the studio.
Ash, the words coming out of your mouth are just gold.
There's a little too much vibing going on, Khalid. Let's get back in the studio, my man.
Does he do singles still?
Occasionally, but it's been more of like,
I thought he just put one out like a month or so ago.
it's always collabs, though. It's never just him.
He hasn't had an album since 2021.
Yeah.
Unless you wouldn't skip a song on Free Spirit.
Was Night Drive a full-length album?
Yeah, I would.
It was like 6 songs.
Yeah. It's like a mini album.
Yeah.
Is Skyline on an album or was that a single?
Skyline.
That was a
Wasn't
single.
it called Skyline? Right, Tim?
Yeah, that was a single.
I know.
Satellite was a single, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did like 4 or 5 singles, and then he just Hasn't done anything this year.
Well, maybe at some point he'll get back in there.
Hopefully for the summertime.
Man, my music is just so jacked up right now. I'm listening to like thrash metal music and Post Malone. Like I am all over the place right now.
Do tell more.
You know, I'm in a.
What'd you think of my
I'm in a
Heavy
good-
Ash playlist?
I like the Heavy Ash playlist.
Good.
I'll
Some
tell you
heavier
which
music,
band
too.
I really like, Jess, that I've actually explored outside of the Heavy Ash playlist.
Can I take a guess?
Go.
It's either Secrets or I See Stars.
All right, so Secrets, definitely. But the one that I really liked, obviously, we've all listened to Of Mice and Men. So they're fine. Our Last Night.
Oh my God, you actually like them?
Yeah.
I didn't think you liked covers.
Yeah.
Dude, they're awesome.
I really liked.
You made Jesse lean forward.
And
did
then
lean
lean
forward.
right back. I was like so excited.
The Hotel California and the
Yeah.
Habits. I like both of those a lot.
Cool. Dude, they are really, really good. They got to have 100 covers on Apple Music. And they put a video out for every single one. And it's just them in the studio playing it.
I had, because I had listened to that before the concert over the weekend, but when some covered We Will Rock You and Ring of Fire, I was like, dude, I just love when good covers get done, you know?
Yeah, they got some good stuff. They're on tour right now and it's called Only Covers Tour. Where they're only doing their covers.
Nice.
It's awesome. Yeah. That surprises me. I didn't think you would have liked them.
I've changed a little bit recently.
I would agree to that.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, I think you would too. Yeah.
So, let's hear about last weekend.
Oh, the concert?
Yeah.
We're going to have Zach on at some point to do a full post-mortem on it, but we can definitely talk about it. It was awesome.
Look at him vibe. Look at him cheesing over there.
It
He's
was
loving
awesome.
every minute of it.
I want to hear more so about the day leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Anyone that goes to Truist, I would highly recommend the Orange Lot.
The what?
The Orange Lot.
It's the parking deck. That's what he recommends first off.
Well, I'm going in order of events.
It did pay off really well. It was right there. Orange or red? They're
Orange
right
is
there.
literally next door to the Roxy. So we got there at 12 o'clock. So we got to park right as soon as we pulled in. And you walk out of the garage to the right, like 35, 40 feet. And then there's the Roxy. So when we finished the show, we just had to walk out to the left. And then the car's right there.
I'm pretty sure as we were leaving, I screamed to someone, should have parked orange as we left.
There's a sea of people. And we're pulling off to the left. And he rolls the window down. And he's like, should have parked orange.
He was probably drunk.
I was probably
Not
down
by that point.
Yeah, I was probably down by then. I was drunk from about 12:30 to 7:30, 8 o'clock maybe.
8 o'clock, yeah.
It's all day
Tim, we were
drinking.
letting the good times roll. It was great.
Yeah, we got there, ate at a restaurant. I don't remember what it's called.
Punch Bowl Social.
Wow, what a memory. Okay. Yeah.
Dan told me today. I
Okay.
asked him about it.
Okay.
I said something social. So that's what I really remembered, and Dan filled me in.
Oh.
We looked at the menu, and as you're walking in, there's this giant sign on the right side of the door that says, "This is a safe place." It's like, is this an elementary school library? Like, what are we walking
so
into?
Weird.
We go up the steps, and the host, grabs menus to seat us, and another guy standing there that works there, and he's like, "And by the way, all of the board games over there are free to take. Feel free to use any of them." Okay.
They were not into the board games. I tried.
So
Not into it.
we did play a game of Uno, and it
With
just
the
descended into hell.
oh, poor Zach. I am so sorry, man.
So Jesse did a just shit ass job of shuffling the cards.
Dude, the
And-
cards were so old. I didn't feel like I had to shuffle them. They were like soggy and really
And
wrinkled.
and
They
all
were
gray.
old. They were
Yeah.
not good. I washed my hands when we were done. But
Yeah, I mean, it left a film on your hands.
I couldn't do a real shuffle, so I did that fake, the breaking it up shuffling thing. Didn't think twice about it. And we all got screwed with
It would come your time to lay down red, and you had no red, and so you're pulling cards, and it's just 20 blue cards in a row.
Yeah.
Um,
So then it was my turn, and I kept drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. I
and
probably
Tim,
had 30.
I'm talking about he
30
probably
cards.
drew 40, 50 cards.
Yeah. My
This is no joke.
My hand was bigger than the stack by the time I found something. It was that bad. And it wasn't like I was only drawing the same color. It was everything but the color I needed. So in that parade of cards I'm pulling, I pull one card that says swap hands. So I keep it in my hand and I finally put a card down and I wait for my moment
to pounce and ruin someone's career.
I'm waiting for someone to insult me in any little way. And what did Zach say?
Oh Lord, I don't
He said
remember.
something like he said something that was not even an insult, but like, oh, should have picked a better game or something like that.
Yeah.
Something so minuscule. So then I waited another 5 minutes to swap rotations because it was
Yeah.
going me, Ash, Zach. Finally I put down 3 different times, swap, and then Ash would swap it back, and I had to keep fighting it. Finally got it around. Zach had 2 cards left. I had like 48.
48?
He's
At
grabbing
least.
He's grabbing a bite, and I just lay the card down, wait for him to see it, and his whole demeanor changes. Then I just go grab the cards out of his hand and put the stack in his.
And then it's like
Damn.
2 go-arounds. Jesse lays down both times, and it's game over. And Zach was stunned. He didn't even know what to say.
It ruined the meal.
It did.
I felt so bad. I thought it would have been really funny, and it was not funny. I felt so bad.
Jesse's like, let me just take this back. Let me just.
He wasn't like Dan angry, but
Where you can't do anything else.
Right, but he was visually distraught.
So we had a nice lunch.
So I'm
and
really
we-
sorry, Zach. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a good, funny moment to start the day. We had to walk it off. But have you ever known that to be a card in Uno? I literally
No,
thought
I've never seen it.
I literally thought somebody drew on it with Sharpie, but it was there.
I've never seen it.
Well, I won't ever play it again.
They probably make up their own
Yes, you
rules
will.
in Atlanta.
Maybe.
Yeah, you absolutely will.
So that was fun.
We left there. Everyone bought a Braves hat.
He showed me his.
You know what was so funny, Tim, is we walked into Threads, I think is the name of it. Jesse's wearing a Braves jersey. And while we're in there looking at hats, he says, I don't know, I'm just not a Braves fan.
Did you forget you were wearing a jersey?
No, I'm not a Braves fan. In the moment, I knew what I said.
Immediately, I pointed this out. I'm like, you're wearing a Braves jersey.
I was like, yeah. But I mean, I also have a Diamondbacks jersey.
Yeah.
Right now, I see it as just
He's a fan of baseball.
I'm reforming my outfits. And that happened to be part of it. I happened to be wearing it that day.
Yeah.
And then you got a hat.
So we all bought hats.
I did.
Yep. We left there and then went to Burn after that. For the first time.
Yes.
Because I had the bag in my hand from the hat purchase. Smoked my first cigar.
Talk about it.
So let me set the stage. So we first thing we do, we get a little table, or when you walk in there, like sit wherever you like. I find the comfiest chairs we can sit in. And then I walk beeline straight to the humidor.
And Tim, these are chairs that belong in the office of the CEO.
Yeah.
These are
I mean, you lean back.
These are not wooden chairs.
Yeah. And the ashtray weighed 19 pounds, dude. You could kill somebody.
You would
with
kill a man with it.
Yeah. One swift stroke.
Zach,
So
we sit down and Zach says, you think they'd be mad if I took this home?
At first he said, "Is this real?" and goes to pick it up. I was like, "It's real. You're fine."
He had to use both hands to pick it up.
Yeah, yeah. So we go in the back, and I'm like, there's a guy. When you're walking back to the room, he's in the restaurant, and he spawns out of nowhere as you're walking in.
RJ Cadillac.
That's his name.
He's got a massive beard.
Really cool dude. So I'm like, hey, I'm getting a coffee. You got any recommendations on what you would pair with it or whatever? He walked me to the acid, and then he walked me to something else. And I was like, I'm going to go to the sweet tip. And he turns to them, and he goes, hey, anything for you fellas? And Zach was like, yeah, I'll have whatever Jesse's having. That was expected. Ashton goes, same here. The room falls silent. Me and Zach make eye contact, but nothing was said. The gentleman says, all right, you got it. Grabs 3, cuts them for us, walks out the door.
And Jesse, like, the guy was like, are these going to be separate transactions or one? Jesse's like, it'll be one.
Yeah. Whip my credit card out as fast as I could.
Yeah.
Threw it down. Here you go, Cadillac. So
Cadillac.
Rome's getting to me. So we get our cigars, we sit down, and the next 2 hours were something to behold.
So how did you feel like lighting it and then like the first puff? Like, how was the experience?
I haven't puffed anything since I was in the 9th grade, so it took me a little bit, but I was good. Good after that. It's just so, like what Jesse was saying earlier, it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was engaged in this ritual with the two of them. And we had drinks coming during all this.
It's so much better when you're drinking and smoking.
Yeah. I fully agree.
Yeah. And he was already, because he already had one Moscow Mule at Punch Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had a second as he was sitting down lighting a cigar. It was
And then
peak.
a third.
And then a third.
Like, see, this by itself, it hits good, but it could be better.
Yeah.
Hey, we can wrap this up right
And
now.
then when you
and
light
head on-
something-
we'll head on outside.
Oh, my.
So yeah, he smoked the entire thing, man. He wanted a second, and like halfway through, he was like, "We're gonna have another one, right?" And I was like, "Let's reassess." And as we got to the end, I was like, "Listen, you don't want a second one."
And I'm so glad he did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would have been sick.
But were you buzzing a little bit off of it?
It's so
You
hard to
probably
tell.
couldn't You were. I'll go ahead and answer that
I
for you.
was buzzing.
You were buzzing. He would just every 10 minutes he'd go and just look at me. Like, he was loving life, man. He said something like, Jess, if you ever recommend something to me and I say no, remind me of this moment.
Did I say that?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Doesn't he remember?
No. He was loving every minute of it.
Best I felt in a long time. Yeah.
Were they big cigars or were they kind of
Dude, they were... The acid toast is nothing to mess around with.
no?
I mean, they were full-length cigars, yeah. And he smoked every bit of it all the way down. Took the wrapper off and everything.
That's how you know you're enjoying it when you take the wrapper off.
Told you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was so funny is that I was getting a good bit. It was early on. I was getting a good bit of whatever the term is for it, where it burns off on the end, where you need to start like
Oh, my
tapping it off
gosh,
in the
yeah.
ashtray. And so Jesse's like, well, with your higher quality cigars, you can let it get about an inch. And my rule of thumb is I do the length of my thumb on the end of it. And he was putting his up to his cigar. So I was like, okay, all right. Well, I should be good then.
Because he kept doing it. Like every 10, 20 seconds, he would get up and try it. And I was like, dude, it's not going to knock off.
He's like, don't worry about it. So I was like, okay. And I leaned back and take a drag off of it. And this massive piece of it just falls right in my lap. And I'm like...
He kept weakening it. I think that was what was happening, man. He kept leaning over and he was like...
It was
I'm like, Ash, you're
it was
fine.
bad advice.
Lean forward.
It was bad advice.
And it was the first time he leaned back, too. He was like, okay, cool.
And
You can kind of, after you smoked for a while, you can kind of judge when you need a...
But isn't that true? Like a good, well-rolled cigar will last you. I mean, it was this much. Like,
I probably wait to like this much.
yeah.
I never
Is
made
it-
it to that point.
Yeah. He was like, nothing
It was
anything
like
wrong
half
with you,
that.
but
It was like half of that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
right in my lap.
Yeah.
And I
Right
have
when you
black
lean
I have
back.
black jeans on, so it just looked like
Well, at least he's sweetened his palate. Now he'll always want to smoke cigars.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Summer's right around the corner, fellas. 30 days, 29 days. It's going to be a good year.
I mean, listen, there's nothing better than, 1, smoking a cigar next to the pool while you're day drinking, or 2, smoking in the hot tub when you're night drinking,
oh my god.
Or morning drinking at the cabin.
or that.
I'll throw that in there.
Okay.
Cigar and coffee is still my favorite thing on earth.
I don't like it.
Really?
I've tried it twice. Didn't care for it each time. I don't know if I have to keep doing it. Or
I
I just
usually,
smoked the wrong one.
don't do a sweet tip with coffee. Is that what? Do you do sweet tip?
I don't remember.
Do you have a preference between sweet tip and just regular? Do you like the taste of tobacco?
I do.
He's pretty balanced. I'm probably every fourth cigar I'll do a regular. He's like almost every other.
Do you have go-tos?
I used to have go-tos. I don't really smoke them like I used to, but I like the Java ones a lot.
Also Drew Estate.
I like the ones from the mountains.
Oh, dude.
They're in-house
Smoky
ones.
Bear ones?
Yeah.
He would probably like the Mocha Java.
Yeah. I have one at the house.
Tastes like you're smoking coffee beans.
Sign me up.
It's a fat boy.
Let's get him a good one, a fresh one.
Yeah, we'll get him a fresh one.
We'll do that one next.
Okay.
Let's do this on Saturday or Sunday before Memorial Day. Let's go to the liquor store. I mean the cigar store. We'll grab a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't this so great? He's in.
Yeah, he's in.
I'm going to have to buy him a 40 cigar
No,
humidor
you're
for
not.
Christmas.
20's good enough. That 40
40.
to maintain it.
I set him up for failure with that one. Yeah.
I think I have 10 left, so I'll probably have to.
But when I bought it for you, you were like smoking a lot.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing something good for you.
Give me
wasn't.
the 40 and we'll get Tim the liquor cart. Everybody will be happy.
I told you we need to get you this liquor cart.
I could fit 2 more bottles down there.
You need more space.
This is what you do. You start putting them on the counter.
Look, I told you. Yeah, exactly. I told you 2 weeks ago. You create a problem and then you solve it.
I'm going to get there. I got to
Okay.
create it.
All right.
She's got to be listening.
She made space for one more, so.
Does Hannah listen
Nice.
to the ones that you're on?
She used to listen every week, but she hasn't listened since she moved.
Because she's with you now all the time. So
That probably is it. Yeah.
But anyway, the concert was awesome.
So what time was that concert?
started at 7. There were 2 opening acts. Sum 41 didn't actually start until a little after 9. My only complaint with it is that it was like the sound was a little too loud.
Yeah.
My ears didn't stop ringing until Tuesday morning.
You saw how close we were, though, to the speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it packed house?
It was a sold-out show.
Yeah.
It looked like there was still room up in the area we were sitting in. Like the seat that was to the left of Zach ended up being empty, so Jesse was able to.
I was gonna say, did
Move
you guys
over
end
with
up
us.
sitting together?
for the main.
Not for the first show, for the second, not for the first or second, but the main act.
the
that
opening
came over.
acts. He wasn't with us on because we were kind of thinking like, okay,
We're waiting.
there's a good number of people that were kind of trickling in during the second act because they knew like
Mm-hmm.
they didn't care about the opening bands.
He made a good point, though. What he think happened is that when I booked a ticket, we selected that seat.
Yeah.
And then it put me at a different seat after I made the purchase. It showed me a different seat number. So he was thinking maybe there was a glitch in the system because no one ended up coming to that seat.
Yeah, the system fucked up.
So I think that's what it was. So for the whole show, I was able to hang with him, which
Nice.
I'm glad. I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it near as much.
Oh man, it was so good.
It was so good. He's got some good videos, man.
Yeah, I'll show you afterwards. But
Yeah.
we had a when they did In Too Deep, you know that song? It was a religious experience for the 3 of us.
We went the whole night without getting a video of us. So they came back and it was their final song of the final show that we would have ever seen. And I was like, Ash, you need to get a video of us, like in the middle of them singing. And he got like a minute and a half of us just screaming our lungs out, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a great moment.
Everyone behaved.
Babe.
in the concert. I mean, it really was cool.
Yeah.
I think Jesse, the seat that they assigned him, I think there were some weird chicks over there that were
They kept looking at me.
kind of making
I
him
left.
feel uncomfortable. He got the hell out of there. But
Yeah.
the opening acts were fine, and main show was really good. I would absolutely do it again. It'd be nice not to sit next to the speaker and have, permanent hearing damage. But
The next day, it just sounded like you were in a haze. Like I couldn't hear. You're muffled, everything.
yeah, it felt like there was cotton in your ears.
Yeah.
And then I woke up Monday and I'm like, dude, this is still going on. It was only my right ear, though. The left
Yeah.
ear was fine. It was because the speaker was like on to our right. The seats were great. I mean, we could
Yeah, we had an excellent
we
spot.
could see their eyes, but it was we could also see the speakers.
Yeah. We were maybe 20 feet from the speakers.
Yeah.
A whole rack of them. Yeah.
And there were people even closer than us. So
Did you guys play Sunday morning?
no,
Oh, okay.
we probably could have. I got home a little
We
after
could've.
midnight.
Yeah. We could have.
We would have gotten 6 hours of sleep, but we could have done it. The only thing I think probably would not have been good is we wouldn't have been able to hear.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Our hearing would have been jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was funny because we rode home in silence, but I knew everyone was like me, where it was just this like high pitched ringing in your
Yeah.
ears the entire time.
Yeah. And then every 10 minutes. Concert was really good. I'm glad they played that one song.
Yeah.
And then just silent.
What was the great moment, Tim, is that when I was leaving Saturday morning, I was like, my throat's going to be sore at the end of this. I'm going to bring some waters. And I was like, I'll bring waters for everybody. We're going to need water. So I brought 2 bottles of water for each of us, put it in this bag in my trunk. We're walking to my car after the show, and we've been acting like goofballs, and our throats are just parched. And Jesse, leans over to me, and he's like, man, it would be so nice if I had a bottle of water right now. And I put my arm on his shoulder, and I said, Jess, I've got 2 for each of us in the car.
I almost burst into tears. It was the greatest thing he has ever said to me in a moment. I'm pretty sure I hugged him. Full embrace. With valet people running around us and everything. I was like, oh my God, there's no way you did this.
Notice he said valet. That's where we were at.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Oh, man, it was so good. And I was actually wondering, as we were leaving the venue, I was like, is Ashton going to want to play more Sum 41 songs in the car at full volume? And I'm really glad we went the other way.
We couldn't hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Halfway through, I was like, so at peace. It's like silence. Great night. Coming off of
You're just soaking
Bit
it
of a
in
drunk,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
making sure he's still awake. And look over every once in a while.
Oh, I was amped up.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That was a good time. Are you guys going to do the Sad Summerfest?
Nothing else was said. So
It's on a Friday at 2 o'clock.
at 2:00.
Yeah, that's when
No,
it starts.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I doubt Zach can either.
Yeah. I looked into it. On the way home, I looked up concerts at the Roxy for the rest of the year. I told my dad. He was asking me about it. We got spoiled that day. I'm not want to ever go anywhere else again.
Insanely nice venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just mean the atmosphere around the whole day. Everything was right there.
Have you been to the Battery to hang out?
No.
It's a cool hangout spot. And they keep it clean.
Take Saturday off.
Yeah, for his
When?
birthday.
Do it for
the
me.
8th.
Oh.
We're going up there to smoke cigars with Trey.
When? Like what time?
Probably head up
Leave
there
here
around
11.
lunchtime again.
Get there at 12 when they open. Take it off.
Maybe I'll just like leave early.
Take it off. Yeah, do a half day.
The
You're salaried. It doesn't matter. You're not losing any money.
yeah, precisely.
You're getting paid to do it, Tim.
Precisely.
You'd be dumb not to.
Well, I only got 2 weeks off left.
We already got it booked with Trey. He's in. You want to smoke a cigar with Trey?
He smokes cigars.
Yes, he does. He smokes
He has a
a
pipe.
pipe. Tobacco pipe. Bought it in college.
And he still smokes the pipe?
He still has it.
He doesn't seem like he would smoke.
So he told us.
That was my reaction last night when he said I bought it in college. I was like,
He's a cultured man. We just don't know a lot about it.
Interesting.
we'll have to eat lunch probably though before because they don't serve food there until 3. And
Or we eat right at 3. Well, we'll do what we did before. Let's do the social,
if we get up
a
there,
small bite.
Yeah.
Go over and get coffee.
or
and
hit
see
up
what-
that Italian pizza place.
Yeah.
Next to C.
Antico.
Elliot's. Yeah. Get some pizza and then go over there.
We'll see.
I'll drive.
We'll see.
You'll drive?
You can't
okay.
drive on your birthday.
What are you going to drive? There's 4 of us.
I'm sure I could take the wife's car. It's my birthday.
Or we get Trey to drive.
That poor bastard. I don't think we can do that to him.
All right, we'll drive your wife's car.
So he's going to drive here.
I won't be able to drive home, though.
And then he's going to drive to Atlanta with you guys. And then he's going to drive back home all in one night.
We're not going to make him drive, though. He won't drive to the city. He did that for Guitar Center. I felt so bad.
Why?
It's a lot of driving for him.
How far do you think it is?
It's kind of
from-
his. It was his plans, though.
Yeah.
He's like almost an hour from
It
my
takes
house.
him an hour to get here. Then we would have to drive at least an hour from here.
Poor
I think it
guy.
took an hour and 10 to get up there
Mhm.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We really didn't even hit traffic.
Yeah.
We took 285 west. It was slow a little bit, but
Take off. Pray about it.
We'll see.
I'll tell Hannah to convince you.
you know what I hate about the city is that you'll turn on a street and you need to turn right in like a quarter of a mile, but that involves crossing 7 lanes of traffic,
Yeah.
all of which are slammed,
Yeah.
and
Sucks.
no one wants to let you over.
At all.
We got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. All right, boys. That's all the topics I've got. I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to go over.
Let's end off with this. Speaking of summer times.
Okay.
I had this thought today.
Okay.
I was thinking about summer times.
Like
what
like,
do you...
like just
You know when you think of summer, you got like something that you go right to.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, I think of New Jersey. We used to play X Games in our backyard every summer. Make little trophies, do all that nonsense. I was really having the summer vibes today.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to We the Kings a little bit. Smile Kid. You used to like that album.
I did.
What do you think of when you think of like a prime summer for you?
Bicycles and Dairy Queen.
Bicycles and Dairy Queen. Did you used to ride bikes at Dairy Queen?
Not to Dairy Queen, but I used to ride bikes like crazy when I was a kid. And then my mom would take me and my brothers to Dairy Queen to get dip cones. And it would just be like, I'd be all sweaty and nasty from being outside, and then we'd get that dip cone, and you bite the top off of the chocolate and get that ice cream, and it was just like,
Doesn't get any better than this.
oh, man.
I could piggyback off that with food.
Okay.
Every summer we would go to New Jersey growing up, and we would get ice cream on 9, and we would get White Castle all the time with my
Where would you go for ice
grandpa. Ice cream on 9.
Oh, that's what it was called?
That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on
I
Route
thought you
9,
meant on
yeah.
Route 9
No,
you got ice
that's
cream.
what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just sitting right there. But they probably had like 40 or 50 flavors. And you could just always changing out.
Did you ever do Rita's?
Yeah.
You did.
What a shame they took that out of the square.
That was such a good year that we had it here.
I don't see how it shut down though. It didn't look like it was doing bad.
I don't know.
Like,
Dude, Rita's.
did you ever go to Rita's when it was in the square?
Yeah, a couple of times. It was over there by the taco place, right?
Yeah.
It was the taco place.
It was the taco place. Okay. What, do you not like the ice cream place? Did they not have Italian ice there? I've not been to Scoops or
Oh,
whatever it's
Scoops.
called.
That's just.
Yeah, I don't think they have Italian ice.
Okay.
If they do, they have like 2 flavors.
We went there yesterday.
It's all. It's
I
not
mean,
soft serve, but it's just ice cream.
Is
It's
it
good though. I
It's
like
Yeah.
it. They have good flavors, but like Rita's, man. Like even when I go up to Jersey, I make it a point. Like Alicia stays like 3 minutes from Rita's. Every night I would go to Rita's.
I like getting the Italian ice with the custard just piled up in
Oh.
between.
Speak easy to me now,
Yeah.
Tim.
They actually have a place in Tallahassee right next to their house, probably 5 minutes, called Jeremiah's. It's Rita's.
Yeah,
Really?
there's the
Yeah.
Jeremiah's in Daytona as well, right by the racetrack.
Yeah.
And you can get soft serve with, my favorite is the blue raspberry slush,
Mm.
and then they put vanilla ice cream in it.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
What is that called at Rita's?
Gelato.
Gelato. Is that
Mhm.
what it is? There's two
Yeah.
things. It's gelato. There's one that starts with an M.
I
don't
forget
know.
what it is.
I think gelato is the
that's
mixture.
that's the
The layers.
layers,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. But they got 2 in Tallahassee.
My mouth is watering right now.
You know that new Publix they opened up next to their house? It's right in that center.
The one we went to.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go down to Tallahassee.
Next time you're there,
I'm gonna take
Is
a
it
look.
in that area that's just busy, like crazy busy?
No.
That Publix?
No.
they're next to like 3 Publix, like all 5 minutes away.
Because there's like that main Bradfordville Road or whatever that runs
Mhm.
through there,
Yeah.
and it looks similar to like Peachtree City or Fayetteville.
That's the
There's
older
just
Publix.
stupid amount of traffic through there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost where the Target is, right?
Yeah, there's a Target
Yeah.
over there. The lights take forever to get through.
They
That's
just-
the older one. They
yeah.
help.
They built one even closer to
Yeah.
their house. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
literally 2 minutes to their house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, Rita's.
Rest in peace.
I'm dreaming. I'm gonna have to go up to New Jersey sometime this year.
For Rita's.
Rita's and Wawa. It's the best part of Jersey.
Past I didn't realize how many are in Florida. I passed like 3 Wawas on the way
Yeah.
home
They're starting to
from
like.
Tampa.
They're just got one built in Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm hoping they'll get a resurgence over here. Yeah, I like Rita's a lot, man.
I think too of the sound of cicadas, being outside in the afternoon and it's just hot as hell, and listening to the cicadas in the trees.
Yeah.
Them always, whenever I hear them, I think of being a kid, being outside.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever catch lightning bugs?
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
did
yeah.
that a lot in Jersey too.
Man, summers were good times as a kid.
Mm-hmm. We had a super, super big backyard, and my dad had jungle gyms that he got from the city when they would like renovate. So we had 3 separate jungle gyms that he connected. Then he built like a tree house. He built a X Games size half pipe, had a pool. It was like the freaking dream. Trampoline, dirt bike track going
Their
around.
backyard in Jersey was like, just think of that backyard, but just open. There's no fence. There's no pool. It's just straight back, open, wide, like
Yeah,
really big.
Mm.
it was incredible.
Yeah.
So what I didn't learn this until we were older, but it was us, the Drykas, Alicia's family, the Deckers, and which I think you met Zane before, right?
Yeah.
Zane Deckers, his family, and then the Espositos. There was like a couple families, and they would, in the summers, they would take turns. All the kids would go to one house for the day, and we would just swap all the time. So like we would have just all summer, we were just with our friends like every single day. We would do at our house. We would do like X Games and NBA All-Star games where you put the trampoline in front of the basketball hoop and like do dunk contests and stuff. We had the zip line in the backyard too. We'd zip line across the entire yard. My dad had go-karts and dirt bikes and all this stuff. So like every time I think of summer, I think of being a kid in New Jersey, just screwing around.
Mm.
It was a freaking blast.
Nice. And now you're here.
Man, the summers don't exist anymore.
No.
They're going to this year,
Yeah, they are. Ash moves in
June 15th.
29 short days.
That's so close. Are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Are you gonna like wait till the last minute to pack everything up, or have you slowly been doing that?
No, I've got a good amount of stuff packed up. I've been throwing away trash bags full of just stuff that I don't want anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll bring like my guitars and clothes and stuff that I have to have, and then probably over time, like start moving in the other stuff. But no, it's going to be, I'm going to come back from vacation and it'll be that weekend, and I'll just bring what I need to kind of get started, slowly move stuff over. I was talking to Jesse's mom about the kitchen layout, because she was wanting to move glasses out of one cabinet to another, and the one that she wanted to move them to, I was thinking, that'd be a good display place for
Some liquor?
the liquor. So I was like, don't worry about it, Miss Donna. Just leave it right there.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the other stuff. So
Nice.
no, I'm excited. I'm gonna get some LL Bean sheets for the bed.
Nice. Are they leaving the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it's gonna be a thing of the majority of the furniture is gonna stay. I told your mom not to worry about it. Let me get in there and get like a good idea of like a better feel of how I want it to look. Because it's going to be different once they take, the stuff out of there, and it's more empty. But my plan off the ground is to focus on the sunroom, like make that my office space and my hangout space. So that'll be where my energy gets directed, at least in the beginning. But, dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You guys are going to be roommates.
Yeah. All three of us are always going to be around.
I mean, can you ask for anything better?
No.
What a damn time.
All right, gentlemen. We wrapping up episode 52
Yeah, man.
with 92 subs on YouTube now.
Getting
Close
close.
to that 100, aren't you?
I love how a few months ago we were saying, I wonder if we'll hit 100 by the end of the year. Barring some mass exodus of subscribers, I think we're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
They always say the first 100's the hardest. So
Are we going to do a special?
Sure.
we should once we hit it.
Yeah.
We need to come up with what the special will be, but
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to think about that.
I've been on it for weeks. The whole episode's already planned out.
This is
Go ahead
our
and throw that at you.
this is our
Oh.
producer director and
Exactly.
manager over there.
Just sit back.
Well, never mind. All right.
There you go.
Have a good night, folks.